Afternoon, everyone. This is Compost Chicken Queens Plus. In this case, plus the packing continues to our new adventure. My technique is a little bit of something in every bag, particularly things like we have tuna. Always have a food. This is Himalayan salt, some labels, because I want to be able to label all my drawers and stuff really quickly. Shelving, a nice glass case, a somewhat okay, at least partial, whatchamacallit, first aid kit, and some napkins, paper napkins, and some, I encountered that already, a stapler with some staples. Here's a USB-C to headphone jack. When I get my other phone working, it'll be the Samsung Galaxy Note 10 Plus. The lovely gentleman at the Computer CompuSense store down in Guelph came up with the great idea that I don't really need to fix my Samsung Galaxy Note 10 Plus so much as use a dongle that gives it access to a screen and mouse and a keyboard. That seems like a great idea. Basically I have a tiny little computer, but I still do like that phone and not the one so much that I'm recording this on, which is, I don't even know what kind of phone it is. It's a hopefully temporary phone. I want to get another of the Samsung Galaxy Note 10 Plus, and serendipitously I found this case lying around. That may work. The only problem is, I wonder if this is compatible with the holster. Be interesting if it was. And because I want to have a case cover or a screen cover for it. The other phone case, the Lunatic case, is really good. It's durable, except it exposes too much of the screen, and I smashed my partner did once, our son did once, and I did drop the phone, and it landed butter side down. Not fun. And then it got water in it, and then the screen stopped. The touchscreen part stopped working. So much not fun. So anyway, I have been putting a little bit of something in every container, particularly things like I have a bag of screws, and we have a lot of hand tools around. I don't have any right now, I used them up. And markers and stuff like that, and you just throw it in. That way, every time you open up a bag or box, there's something you probably need, rather than keep all your eggs or whatever in one basket or bag, box, whatever, and then God knows when you find it, especially if you have a lot of time that you're going to have to take to find stuff, because you have a lot of stuff and you're putting it in very storage areas, some of them potentially off-site. It's my dad's stuff, I have to pack that in. And what are we at here? 4 minutes. Ooh. So, things that are going to become harder to find, ladies and gentlemen, such as canned tuna at the dollar store, might be something you want to collect. And if you're moving anywhere, or if you have storage, go in and add some to every box that you think you're going to use within a certain amount of time. That way you always have some food with you, you always have some cleaning supplies, you always have some, building materials, building stuff, This is going to be on the container in one of my bags that is easy to see. It's not just a generic box. Tie downs, we are going to be a bit of a fleet, and tying down stuff is always a useful thing if you're using a U-Haul or a truck or a camper or whatever. These are from Dollarama, and I've had several of them. I tend to put them, they're one of those things that you want to have around. It's always good to have somewhere to sit if you're tired. I might leave that out because it is, don't know where my other ones are, so I want to keep one at hand. Of course, Ziploc bags, thousands and thousands of uses. They are good for, you know, organizing stuff, keeping things from molding, mildew, and wet and dirt. Same with garbage bags. When you use garbage bags in packing, you're not really using them up, you're just creatively moving them. So, you know, one bag at a time, I have a whole bunch of garbage bags, and every box I have gives me a new garbage bag, and which can be used for garbage, or it can be used for storing stuff safely away from mold, mildew, and wet, and sand, and dirt, and stuff. I don't have oxygen eaters. That would be great if you are packing things and you're going to, or possibly even coming from a damp environment. Try to do your packing and closing when it's hot and dry, not so much damp and rainy, because you trap the air that's in there inside your bags, and sometimes that could be a problem, particularly if there's mold and mildew around, because it will go in there, and you don't want to carry that stuff around with you if you can possibly avoid it. Let's see. Oh yes, there's the cottage rules. That's going to the cottage, which is my partner's and my partner's mom's cottage. Very descriptive, I'm saying. And yeah, so one of the things we also have done in the past and seem to work, is you get your U-Haul boxes, your Home Depot, whatever, beer boxes, alcohol boxes are also really durable, and they're a nice size for stuff. But you also get soft covered bags, like my mech bag. This is my Mount Equipment Co-op bag. They don't make this quality anymore, at least not that I've seen. I love this. I got this one, I think, a long time ago, and my other one, the green one, which you might have seen in some other videos, I got off Poshmark. And then this I got off Kijiji. I got this and a, what are those, metal nets, security nets, combined for $60 off this guy a few years ago. Money well spent. I love Kijiji. I love Poshmark. Buying used is, you know, it's a very respectable, as far as I'm concerned, way of buying things. Trading also. Getting new is obviously a good thing if you can get them. This paid for itself a long time ago. This is another mech one. I really love these. I have two of them. I might have three. A black one maybe, or maybe my partner does. I don't know. I've had these for a long time. I paid $12.99 or something for them each, and now they're hard to find. These are the 90s models, I think. I don't know what they're called. And this is a glow-in-the-dark sticker that I've got in there. I can't really see it right now. It's not charged much. But yeah, I love this. There has been one on Poshmark that was yellow that's been teasing me. A little bit of personal safety equipment. So the blade off a gleaner that I fixed. This is one of the ones that was replaced, that I replaced. I got to keep it. Oh, I love it. It's like a shark's tooth. But it can also be used as a weapon or to cut things. It is actually, after all, harvester gleaner's blade, and it was made in Germany. So let's say Germany, I can't remember now. There we go. Good quality stuff comes out of Germany, I tell you, folks. And then we have our Norwex. We're doing product placement, yes. I'm not endorsed by any of these fine companies, but I do love them. Norwex clean paste, and I recently ran into that and this in one of the boxes. It got packed up and I rescued it. This one is called, I think it's called Dust Mitt, yeah. Dust. There we go. Let's see the dust. Yeah. Oh, there it is. Dust. And it is a great dusting mitt. Very staticky. This is one of my, this one's an EnviroCloth. I wear them on my belt so I can just walk around. Oh yes, Enviro. Yeah, and then with it, right now I have this one, which I got off, where did I get this? I want to say eBay. This one is called, I can't read upside down at the moment. Multi-purpose. And here we have one of my Georgina and Lucy bags that I'm using as a carrying luggage. These I got off eBay a number of years ago. They're really great bag or purse dividers. They do add a bit of bulk, but it's not a bad thing necessarily. And this has got a kangaroo pouch. I've had this for a long time. I think I got it when I was living with my aunt in Guelph when I was younger. And I've kept it all this time because it's that good. And there's another Georgina and Lucy bag. Yeah, Georgina Lucy. Very, very heavy duty. I really do love it. And yeah, so when we travel, I don't know what people like you guys do out there in YouTube land do. I'd love to hear about it in the comments. And if you have videos, link it to me. I will happily watch. Because I want to see what other people do. Here's another little trick that I've learned is keep little baby socks or kid socks or even adult socks. And you use them to keep stuff clean and organized, and it also makes it harder for things to get dropped out by accident. This is a USB keys, or USB thumb drives. Not very big, but they're good. And I do stuff like, let's see. There's another one. This, I keep some of my cannabis supplies in. Oh, I have two in there, I don't need that. Another way to keep things from getting contaminated by either what's in it or around it. And I like to double up and triple up and whatever up on things that I use often. Put them all in different bags, or even throw one in for long term. Always increases the odds of finding something. And yeah, I mean, you never know what's going to happen in the next while as the supply chains snap and grunt under the strain of the people who've decided to tap their brakes. Can't do that, folks. That's not how last minute shipping works. We've been doing last minute shipping for a long time, and things are going to start running out. The Suez Canal, the parking lot off California coast, the even bigger parking lot outside China, all in up and down the coast of China. They're starting to not ship to us, and a lot of our stuff comes from offshores. So batten down the hatches, folks. It's going to get fun. Noah built an ark for a reason. Maybe some people stockpile with things like animals. Some people stockpile with stuff and food and, whatever. Don't feel shy or embarrassed. We have a right to take up space. There's plenty of room for everyone. If you don't think that the human population is worthy of living, then maybe you need to be the change you want to see in the world, honey. For the rest of us, I see that the human population is tiny compared to the Earth. If you've traveled across Canada by vehicle or even flown over, you'll realize how much space there is. Empty, empty space. And by empty, I mean grasslands and forests and lakes and all sorts of space, rock piles and everything that is just endless. Endless days and days of travel. I went to Whitehorse by Greyhound back in 2007, 6 or 7, and then flew home, but not before going up to Inuvik and Arctic Red River, also known as Tiakchik, and where my dad's second wife was for a while, and him. And yeah, it's a big country, folks, and the States is also huge. And, you know, if anything, we need to spread out. People forget how, you know, how big the world is when they're all crammed into cities. It's, yeah, you kind of think that the population is overcrowded when you go to places like Toronto or Tokyo or, you know, anywhere that's a big cosmopolitan place. You're going to think, oh, the whole world's like this. You know, it's horrible, we're overpopulated. No, folks, we're not. We're not even close. So, you know, you want to have children, have children. If you want to stockpile your stuff, your treasures on Earth, then do so. That communist crap saying stockpile only your riches in heaven? No, I'm not interested in communism where I'm at the bread lines because I decided to only keep a week's worth of food or 6 days worth of underwear or, you know, a lifetime supply of air in my house because I want to keep it empty because minimalism is so cute. No, to me it's glamorized poverty and I'm not interested in being poor. I am happy to be surrounded by stuff. I make no apologies for it, especially again since the world has decided to tap the brakes on our just-in-time shipping processes. And not only that, but the farmers are being told universally, as in all over the world, well, they obviously see the prices at the pump with that diesel getting higher and higher, so the, you know, putting crops in the ground is getting more and more expensive. But they're also being approached by certain groups and told, why don't you just not crop today? Don't put some seeds in the ground. If you've already started, how about you plow them under, sweetie? And we'll make it worth your while. We'll give you more than what your crop is worth. Will be at likely the average. We'll give you like twice or triple that much. And if you refuse our offer, we will come on your premises whenever we want. Even we don't have to announce ourselves. We don't have to show ID. We'll just take your animals, take your pets, confiscate your equipment, confiscate your computers, confiscate you. You know, that's not the way I want the world to work. I don't have a choice of what other people do, but I can do what I want to do, and I'm moving up north. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. Compost Chicken Queens has decided to upgrade. I've leveled up. My family now owns a good chunk of property up north in the northwest, not Northwest Territories, the, what do they call it, Lower Arctic, I don't know. Quite a ways from, quite far away from Windsor, Ontario, or even Guelph, Ontario. We're talking farther up north. And we have both land and interesting buildings. Let's just say 180 acres worth of land with a lake that is privately owned by ourselves and the neighbor across this lake, which is otherwise private, as well as a 8,000 square foot building in a, what do they call it, a town. 2 different locations, both combined. If you have the money or you have property, you should sell it if you're in the city and move north or move out of any cosmopolitan area, because let's face it, things are not going to be nice when the supply chains go out, or they decide to lock us down again in the fall. So much fun, ladies and gentlemen, so much fun. And winter is coming. Have you not noticed the fluffed shelving at the supermarkets, at the Metro, at the Walmart, at the... I have. I know it happens sometimes where the stock market, the stock boy doesn't get out there in time and doesn't fill out this and that, but they're usually there, and it's usually a deep pile of canned goods and stuff. Now it's like a couple rows in and the rest is empty. They're fluffing the shelves. The supply chain, when somebody tells you, don't hoard, no, that's stupid talk. Hoarding is consumerism, and consumerism drives the engine of the economy. So if you want to tap the brakes by saying, no, I'll just be a minimalist and I'll buy every day my groceries and every 2 weeks my this or that or whatever, that's your business. If you live in a micro apartment or one of those coffin rooms and apartments like in China, various places of China, if that's your thing, then knock yourself out. But I am not interested in joining you in that. I like big spaces, and I like warehouses, and I like castles, and I have no interest in being a peasant. No. Communism is what our dear leader wants us to do. He wants us to rent everything, to have zero privacy, and be happy about it. No, I'm not interested. So, if you want to join my adventures, join the Compost Chicken Queens Plus channel and stay tuned to see what else is going to happen. I haven't posted much video. I've been very busy and also didn't have much hard drive space and yada yada yada, and I'm still wondering about privacy. As much as I'd love to give away my position, a lot of the time I feel like it's not worth the risk at this point, for a number of reasons, which you can probably figure out yourself. So anyways, I will continue on with my packaging and parceling of our personal effects and stock, since we will be owning several businesses, which include merchandise, among other things. So, yes, a hoarder is a good thing, and since my first name is Sarah, which means princess and noblewoman and happy, well, I haven't got much of that in a while, but we'll see. And what is a princess? A princess is a hoarder with a castle and servants, and I'm working on getting servants as well. Servants being not slaves, being paid and also housed to help. Many skills available, positions for carpenter, welder, mechanic. I do have a possible mechanic and IT man. I will be reaching out to him again. Hopefully we'll get that welder / carpenter that was in Stratford, and I have other people in positions and needed. We will be doing earth ships, ladies and gentlemen, and any kind of DIY want to attempt to build a shelter, a lean-to, do an Airbnb experience on our land, obviously not doing anything nasty or stupid or evil or illegal. We will be looking for candidates who are, bring your CV, bring your resume, show us what you can do. We will be providing portions of our land. The setup of that has yet to be determined, but there are many possibilities, and we hope you will join us. And anyways, I'm wishing you a wonderful morning, afternoon, evening, and night. Whenever, whomever, and wherever you are, stay awesome, stay adventurous,